Myths about space that will leave you speechless. Have you ever gazed up at the night sky and wondered what's really out there? Well, prepare to have your mind blown. Today, we're diving into some wild myths about space that will leave you absolutely speechless. Buckle up, because it's going to be a cosmic ride. Let's kick things off with a common belief. You can't hear anything in space. Sounds true, right? After all, space is a vacuum. But here's the twist. While it's true that sound waves need a medium to travel through, that doesn't mean space is completely silent. Some radio waves from distant stars and planets can be converted into sound waves. So technically, if you could tune into the right frequency, you could hear the universe singing. Imagine that. Now, here's another one. Black holes suck everything in like a vacuum. I mean, it's got the word black and hole in it, so it makes sense, right? But that's a myth. Black holes aren't cosmic vacuum cleaners. They exert gravitational pull just like any other massive object in space. You wouldn't just get sucked in if you were floating nearby. Unless you got way too close, you'd be perfectly fine, just chilling out in space. Next up, let's talk about the idea that the Great Wall of China is the only man-made object visible from space. This myth has been debunked countless times. Astronauts have confirmed they can see many man-made structures from orbit, including cities, roads, and even airports. The Great Wall is just too narrow to be distinguished from that height. So, sorry to burst that bubble, but it's not the only star in this cosmic show. Here's a mind-bender. Mars is red because it's hot. Wait, what? Mars is red because of iron oxide, or rust, on its surface. It's actually pretty cold up there, with temperatures dipping to minus 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So the red planet isn't giving off that hot vibe we might think. It's more of an icy red, if you will. All right, here's another one that'll make you think twice. You can see the Great Pyramid of Giza from space. This one is so ingrained in our culture. But the truth? It's really hard to see individual structures from low Earth orbit without aid. The pyramids blend into their surroundings, making them almost invisible from afar. So, if you're dreaming of spotting them during your next space trip, you might want to rethink that. Now let's dive into a classic. Astronauts float because there's no gravity in space. Hold up, gravity is alive and well in space. It's just weaker the farther you are from a planet. Astronauts float because they're in a state of free fall, constantly falling towards Earth, but also moving forward fast enough to keep missing it. It's like a never-ending roller coaster ride. What about this one? The universe is static and unchanging. That's a big nope. The universe is expanding. Scientists discovered this through the redshift of galaxies. The farther away a galaxy is, the faster it's moving away from us. So the universe is actually stretching out, and it's been doing so since the Big Bang. Talk about a mind-blowing revelation. And here's a final jaw-dropper. There's a dark side of the moon. Spoiler alert, there isn't. The moon is tidally locked with Earth, meaning we only see one side of it from our planet. The other side, often called the dark side, isn't dark at all. It gets just as much sunlight. It's simply hidden from our view. It's like a cosmic game of hide and seek. So, there you have it. Space is full of mysteries and myths that can twist our perception of the universe. Each revelation just opens up more questions, doesn't it? The cosmos is a wild place, and the more we learn, the more we realize how little we truly know.